Hello, viewers again. Uh, Glad to have you back for another session in the NIMBY Rails First Steps uh, tutorials that we're putting together. This is the second of a number of tutorials that we will have in this playlist. This one will be covering the starting a new game section of the guide that I told you about in the last video. This guide is on Steam. You can go and view it now if you wish, or you can just watch these videos and get each section one by one as we produce them. We're going to be looking at this section again, and basically we're going to be building a simple train track and several stations in Houston based on the real world red line tram system that is in Houston that runs between South and North Houston and through downtown. The red line uses ground level public transit trains that are relatively short and somewhat like a bus, and running along pre-existing roads within the city. So let's get started. First thing we want to do is open NIMRail, and we have it open here on the screen to the main menu. And it will look like this graphic on the world map. And the first thing we'll do here is to click on the options button to check a few things. So we'll go to options here down at the bottom of the menu, click on that. And the first thing we want to check is here on map, where it says we'll highlight this button and make sure that we have the map style plugins or the mods that we mentioned in the last video. So we want to make sure that you've got the open transport map platforms, and this is a style that will, when it's enabled, it will show where the platforms are at within the city, and so we're going to be using that to help us build the real life platforms. And then also we want to make sure that we have open this to show existing railways. And this will show where the railways themselves, where the tracks are laid in real life. And you should have both of those. You can ignore the rest of these. We won't be using them in this playlist, so you can ignore those. But make sure that you have open transport map and show existing railways. If you don't, then go back to the first video and go through that again, and that will show you how to install them in NIMBY Rails. I'm going to click back here. And, let's go back one more thing in options. We want to check the key binds. And I'm just showing this to show you what the key bindings are within NIMBY Rails. I'm going to try not to use these in during these videos because your key bindings may be different from mine, and vice versa. We will use the escape key, which is should have the same functionality on all of our keyboards. You don't see it here as one of the keys that are selected in any of these things here. But if you want to speed things up in your own use, then go and study these key bindings, and you can use them on your own. Now, finally, click on graphics, and you can have just about any settings that you want here. I have windowed full screen so that it will take up the one full window. I've got one of my two screens selected so that it goes on the screen where I want it to go. Everything else here, I think, is default. DirectX 11 is the best renderer, and but it does have a couple of other renderers here. If you have some problems with the rendering on your system, you can choose DirectX 12 or Vulkan, and one of these might work better for you. But unless you're having some kind of graphic problems, just keep DirectX 11, and I think you'll be happier with that. All right, now we go back to the main menu, and we want to, in this case, we're going to go into a new game and click on the settings tab here. And we're going to give the game a name. And you can give it any name that you want. I'll just put Houston. Well, let's just go Metro Rail Houston. And the name of the company in Houston is Metro Rail, but we'll just use that. Unlimited money and unrestricted coupling, you can choose either one of those if you want to, but I won't use anything. Now click on the mods button. And under mods, we want to make sure that we have the correct modification here, and look and see that you have track mod level crossing installed. If you don't have this installed, and you should enable it if you do have it installed, but if you don't have it installed, then go in and follow the instructions in the previous video and make sure that it's installed on your machine. We'll be using that pretty extensively during this tutorial. And now that we've got all those things set, we can start the game. And the game is going to run, and you'll get this full map showing up like this. And where we're going to be going is here in Houston. But that is just about all that we need to say concerning starting the game. Our next video will be on laying down station tracks. And we'll be laying down some station tracks in the city of Houston. So I'm just going to quit right here, and we'll get started on the next video pretty quick. And we'll look for you there. Thanks again for coming.